afternoon, ladies and and gentlemen. That was a bit high-pitched right there, but welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, featuring today a 1 vs 1 on sturzdorf. And also, again, I've gotten a few keys. There shall be one hidden somewhere in this video, so be looking for that. And of course, if you sort of view the video at a later date, yes, it's already been used. Sorry, but otherwise, go check it out and see if you can find the key. Also, of course, be sure to follow me on Twitch, where we'll be streaming here in the weekend. And of course, you can get more keys for the Company Heroes 2 beta. And the link is down in the description. Anyways, we are watching Luechop fighting for the Verrmacht, fighting for the 15th Panzer Grenadier Division, going against Pivavsky of the 20th Infantry. And both actually starting out with 3 engineers or pioneers. This is particularly rarer on the Verrmacht side, but certainly interesting to see, of course, how things get. Oh, actually, Pivavsky standing out with a 4 engineer. So I mean, in this sense, Luechop will not be so brutally put back if sort of riflemen were to sneak out quickly. But on the other hand, of course, he's not going to be able to capture as much territory as Pivavsky can initially. So definitely some interesting early pioneer engineer action. And we are seeing, of course, the Verrmacht rushing straight for the right hand side, going for the fuel point. So clearly we are seeing something that's going to require a lot of checking from the Verrmacht, and he's in fact going for the fuel point here as well. First unit is the MG42 heavy machine gun, schweres Maschinengewehr, and rushing in already there. Pioneers slightly pushed back still, might have some luck there. Barracks up, rifleman on the way. A bit rarer nowadays to actually see the 4 engineers start, but still some use. It's great, you know, when you can actually sort of seize a lot of territory initially, and I suppose again, the rather density of buildings means you can't just lock down a larger area, so might have some advantages right there. But lots of munitions, of course, and this is actually part of it. You will also need to equip a lot of your engineers with flamethrowers, otherwise, I mean, it's not going to do much. And someone complaining about drop hacking, well, would be a bit odd, because Luechop, also known as Freestyle, actually streams his own matches as well. And well, if he was doing that, you know, other people would also be noticing that. But he is running straight out in the front of the heavy machine gun, and down there, Schwimmwagen out for Luechop. Engineer slightly waiting in the north, Schwimmwagen moving in. Point secure there. Rather than moving in and opening up a bit there on the pioneers. Seems like the Verrmacht is slightly more held up right here. No mines there.
Enemy unit down.
Oh, forgot about the pioneer squad. Was a bit more preoccupied here and could lose another pioneer squad, but the Schwimmwagen could get an engineer squad. And going quickly in for the fuel munitions right there. And oh, packing up the MG just as the engineers are moving in. Has to be careful, Schwimmwagen moving in. And we are seeing one pioneer, very lonely pioneer, retreating. By Volksgrenadiers moving up to deal with the riflemen. Engineers here taking a beating. Schwimmwagen moving in from the other side, surrounding Pivavsky's riflemen. That could be one right there by Luechop, with the Schwimmwagen providing the additional machine gun firepower. There we go, rifleman down. We could in fact be shooting. Yes, another down. No Volksgrenadiers down as of yet. But there we go. One man down still. Schwimmwagen won the fight right here for Luechop rather securely. Volksgrenadiers are retreated. A bit low on health. MG quickly repositioning, charging forwards. And yes, not sure what's wrong with him. Some people just do seem to see hacks everywhere. Engineers sneaking up behind there, nicely done right there by Pivavsky. Engineers, riflemen caught out in the open. Intense machine. Oh, Schwimmwagen gets torched! Schwimmwagen gets torched, lighting the fuel tank and completely incinerating the crew inside. How horrific. And pioneers hunting engineers, quickly taking up position in the firelight of the Schwimmwagen. And the engineers are beyond range, but we are seeing additional Volksgrenadiers. Nope, a second MG out for Luechop. Rather than hiding there, MG has to be careful. It's going to be marching in without anything to actually check the line of sight. That could be dangerous. Pioneers, engineers. He's rushing into the house. Volksguys moving in. Where's the second MG? It's pointing right there. Rifleman suffering a bit from the support gunners. Volksguy is nearby, and we are seeing the flamethrower engineers moving in. Engineers, oh, and they're getting suppressed, and the other chaps are getting suppressed as well. And looks like an engineer squad is down, but note already, I mean, several engineer squads have been equipped with flamethrowers. Again, that is part of it. You know, when you go for a lot of engineers, you also need to equip a lot of these engineers with flamethrowers to sort of, you know, convert them into something slightly more nasty for combat. A bit of machine gunning going on there. The Verrmacht, the 15th Panzer Grenadier Division, so far holding on. Recently transferred in from Italy in preparation for action on the Western Front in December. A few of the Panzer Grenadier Divisions from Italy were pulled up. In fact, the majority of them, but with a bit of this and that. And some of them were then actually received Panzer Brigade to sort of buff things up, since the Panzer Brigades were realized to be not so great, at least on the Western Front. Engineer squad down though. No upgrades for the riflemen. Otherwise, a grenade here could have worked nicely. The riflemen actually had a bit of trouble there.
We're losing a fuel sector.
And there we go, full retreat. Trying to move up here, hitting a larger flank, but getting caught by the MG crew in the administrative building. They are suppressed. We're going for the fuel over there, and nice cut-off maneuver right there, cutting off Pivavsky from his resources in the east. A bit unfortunate, and more engineers are being drained. He's simply suffering huge losses at the moment, getting drained down a bit. Still fighting on. 30 caliber catching a few of the Volksguns, and there we go, suppressed right in front of the rifleman. Rifleman enjoying heavy cover, bit of light though. Barrels still aren't necessarily not so bulletproof. Of course, if you can hold up here nicely, he could get the MG crew. And there we go, down to one man, one gunner. Volksgrenadiers moving in.
Logistics claims they can support rapid deployment.
Trying to push out the Yankees. Another squad of riflemen moving in from the north. And there we go, abandoning the position. The Volksgrenadiers providing cover, while the MG hikes it out of there.
Losing ground out there.
And there we go, supply it up. You might be seeing an armoured car out. Kriegberg's on the way for Luechop, and the 15th MP4 is being equipped with some of its troops. Volksgrenadiers. Volksgrenadiers moving in from the north, trying to deal with the flamethrower engineers. MG getting pushed back in the centre. Down to one man, could be lost. Oh no, he's setting up. He's setting up. And there we go, MG secured. If he decides to actually pick it up. And there's another one setting up, but that could also be going down. Oh dear, Luechop is setting up his MGs in a rather unfortunate series of positions. And he's continuing to do so, but still there's the rifleman down south. One shot, and there we go. Both MG42s are down. And the rifleman moving in from the north. Flamethrower engineers from the other side. MG secured. Volksguy's caught in the middle of everything. Chaos for the 15th Panzer Grenadiers. Marching in, but the MG still not turning around. It seems to be a bit recalcitrant in that department. Quickly moving in to perhaps try and re-secure the right-hand side. Rifleman versus MP40, MG42 pulling him back sufficiently enough not to get rushed. And the Volksguy continue to get out of there. And there we go. The MG opens up, and the Volksguy leave the positioning behind several comrades and an engineer who looks like he's trying to vomit. Something motor pool going up. Pivavsky advancing up the left-hand side. Looks like more of his Volksguys are equipped with MP40s. Might be something on the way from the Verrmacht quarters. Will he be securing the second MG42 and turning that against the Germans as well? That would be impressive. It would really be a problem for Luechop. And the Verrmacht mines down there by Pivavsky. Oh, that's pretty damn close. Go setting that off. Mines down there on the road. Excellent job. Excellent job. MG slowly advancing. Sniper out. Going to try and shoot at the armies. And there we go. Mine goes off, killing one pioneer rifle moving in. But into a stream of MP40s. You should be very careful about moving close up to MP40 equipped troops. That many any other submachine gun equipped troops. In this case, yes, there we go. They force away. Sniper owns up.
Artillery support is waiting to
And
get
we are
going.
seeing infantry doctrine out for Pivavsky. And let's go have a look at Luechop at that very moment. No doctrine for him as of yet. Pack out. He's, of course, worried a bit about vehicles. But still, of course, with 2 MGs gone, he's actually a bit sort of short on the infantry and can actually handle any sort of rush department. And there we go. The Volksgunners quickly suffer an MG fusillade. And there we go. Quickly run off. These pioneers could get broiled. And there we go, pioneers run off. Volksgunners moving in. Point secure there, pioneers coming in under light fire. And a Greyhound is out for Pivavsky. Riflemen and flamethrowers not having much luck against the Volksgunners with MP40s. Sniper, of course, adding a bit to the fun. And the pack did fly away, so Pivavsky knows where not to go. Of course, he can still do a lot of nasty things over here on the right-hand side if he so desires. He is bleeding a bit, though. Medic station would be perhaps a thing for him to consider. Could help in the longer run. Pioneers, veterans who won, so Kampfkraft centers up. Considering he has mostly support units, or the majority is, that is not a bad move. Volksgunners advancing, trying to secure the MG42 perhaps. But they are caught out in the open, they are getting dropped. Not really the best assault right there by the Panzer Grenadiers. Sniper owns up, gets one of the MG gunners in return, and a half-track is out.
Sniper is ready for team ready.
Will the Pioneers get the MG? No, they do not care. A Greyhound mine here could be a nasty little thing by Pivavsky. Greyhound mines general are nasty. Really can do a lot to gut your opponent. And can in fact knock out an entire infantry squad if you're not careful. Pivavsky though making progress. Catching some Pioneers here, and 50 caliber mounted on the armoured car as well. Half track not manned, actually bunker going up for Luechop. Could be a medic bunker, could be a repair bunker, but considering this, the current situation, I think medic bunker is more likely.
Our forward supply lines are broken.
And there we go, Pivavsky making up more solid move toward the right hand side. Mines down, good. He could also consider some barbed wire, some tank traps. In the meanwhile, the Verrmacht are focusing on the west hand side. Volksgunners quickly getting dropped. Browning automatics up for Pivavsky, increasing the firepower of his infantry quite nicely. Sniper though opens up. Half track moving in as well. And artillery going in, that seems a bit over the top. Gets one Volksgunner in, a full retreat right there by Luechop. And in the meanwhile, Pivavsky is securing most of the map. And if you only could just secure that MG42 as well, he could in fact leave one here, just basically cover this area, which would then force the Verrmacht to sort of increase the force they would want to send over here, which again could be to his advantage. Engineers here though need to retreat. The half-track charges in quite heroically. And we are seeing the assault phases up. He's taking up pretty swiftly again. He's got tons of fuel. Again, that was part of his, initial let's secure a lot of the map strategy. Rather here need to consider getting out there. The Volksgunners are pushing onwards. Supported by a sniper. But Pivavsky is also doing his best to secure a lot of part of the map. But no further mines. I would love to see more mines. Some barbed wire, some tank traps, all of that stuff. But medic bunker up as predicted, and he's taking straight on again, probably part against the other, secure as much of the map as possible, go for a sort of decent tier 1, tier 2, and then go for the Panzer command. There we go. Victory point secured. MG42 still left behind. No one wants to play with this one, it seems. And the lonely little MG42 on a tripod. And the Greyhound's just on the other side of the building, keeping watch. Rifleman moving in, flanking in, half-track though quickly repositioning, Volksgunners nearby to support, and of course the sniper. Bit of a risky move, could get caught out in the open, yes indeed, and just note the heavy amount of fire going in. MP40 Volksgunners, half-track, I mean, this is not the sort of position you want to get caught out in the open. And Pivavsky just keeps on pushing. Get out of there. There we go. But still suffer some nasty losses without really doing much. And just handed over some wounded for the medic bunker, actually. So overall, not the best assault. Weapon supports in Norway. Probably going to get a sniper to counter snipe. Luechop pace rifle moving in. Grenadiers reformed. And dual equipment them with Panzer tricks. Interesting. Seems excessive. Would have recommend only one, but that's just me. Oh, BAR left behind. And artillery going down right here on the pack and all of the troops. This could actually be a problem. There's too much going on here. And there we go. Pack Pioneer Squad hit. Half tank almost down. And there we go. Pack completely decrewed. Grenadiers taking a shot. And if the armored car was to push in here now, it could actually get the half track. And if we are seeing more forces moving in, this MG42 has still not been secured. There we go. Armored car rolling in and opening up on the half track, getting off a nice shot. Panzer command going up. Swift counterattack by the Panzer Grenadiers. Rifle moving in. Flamethrower engineers. 5 command points, and there we go. Engineers down again. Pioneers, I mean. And again, if they were an MG, they might even been finished off. Oh, another mine goes off, killing a Pioneer squad. In fact, only 2 Pioneers left. Sniper hit, interesting enough. Pivavsky's not pushing on, he's trying to get that half track, but that seems to be about it. Volksguys are now charging in, there's no real response. Sniper moving forwards, trying to get Luechop pace sniper. Panzerfaust on the armor car, he needs to get it out of there. And again, he only had the MG pulled up to support, but he hasn't. That's a bit of a shame. In fact, if the MG42 was there to support, or for that matter another MG42, he might actually been able to get this situation under control. Instead, he's taking heavy losses now, and the armored car is down. And the sniper's forced away, but he got the German sniper, which is something. But I definitely think he should have been moving in that sniper to support here. That could probably have turned the tide. Instead, it's sort of forgotten here in a defensive posture, which is not necessarily what you want. And definitely, I think, a bit of a wasted opportunity right there by Pivavsky. We are seeing further progress on the right-hand side. No replacement mines. That could prove to be something for the Verrmacht to exploit. And there you go, Panzer command up and starting out with the Flak Panzer. He could have gone for a Panzer force with the Flak Panzer. He's perhaps not worrying about too much infantry, but again, the Flak Panzer is just also a bit tougher. But there you go. Going for the slightly more shooty bit. Pivavsky once more pushing forwards. MG actually repositioning. And there we go, grabbing the other one finally. Bit of a wasted chance, I think, by Pivavsky. Rapid pushing forward. Pioneer sniped. The Wehrmacht rushing back, firing at the Americans, covering the retreat. Volksguy escort pushed away with nasty losses. Heinz left behind in tatters. And there we go, the MG's moving in, but it's actually getting sniped already by the American sniper. Grenadiers a bit left on their own here. Fresh mines by Pivavsky. Still no doctrine. Grenadiers getting assaulted, getting burned. But no, the engineers are actually not carrying. They're going in for the victory point. Pivavsky was not paying attention. And the Grenadiers score a kill and can now perhaps move into aid on the other side. Half-track reinforcing the MG and the Volksgrenadiers have been pinned. Another squad though moving up on the flank. Could be seeing sticky bombs. And an Ostwind waiting over there. Grenadiers dodged the mine. That was pretty damn close. And artillery going in on the medic bunker and the nearby MG. Volksgrenadiers taking heavy losses. Bunker getting blasted. And Volksgrenadiers squad almost down, but saved by the half-track reinforcements. That was pretty damn close right there, that the Wehrmacht and the 15th lost a squad of Volksguys with MP40s, and they're so far doing alright. In fact, one has 25 kills. Impressive. Ostwind moves ahead, but a bit on its own. That could be dangerous, but so far, I mean... Oh, he's moved the MG42 over here. Again, he should recruit the other one, sent that. Now, of course, the MG could lose the Ostwind, but no, he might have been hearing the telltale sign of something armoured coming along. Robin reinforcing. Pivavsky is holding most of the map now. Bit of a turnaround from earlier where the Verrmacht did. And now the folks going to snipe. Veterans who want for the sniper. Let's return to Pivavsky. Could get ranges now, which could actually work quite nicely against the half-track. With a few bazookas, perhaps some MP40s. Folks are getting pushed away. And there we go. Ostwind actually hits a mine, but there's not really much in the anti-tank department except this anti-tank moving up. Riflemen are just getting shattered, murdered, slaughtered, turned to bits and pieces. And there we go, the MG42 veterans who won, of course, means it gains increased accuracy, making it that much more lethal. Volksgard's getting shot, sniped, so are the grenadiers with the BAR. Kills the sniper. 9 kills. Ostwind moving away. Anti-tank are not quite in position to react. And there we go, going for the cutoff point. Will the MG react? Pivavsky has moved it back, but he seems to have been forgotten about in a bit. Rather moving in and are quickly becoming victims of the Ostwind. And now the riflemen being held up on the left-hand side, suppressed, and all that. Quite dreadful as the bullets sip above. And there we go. Now we are seeing Pivavsky react.
Supply losing ground out there.
Anti-tank gun number 2 ready. This one still left there. Could perhaps be a bit further. And what is this? Stuka zu Fuß upgrading the half-track, adding some rockets. Probably as part of the Panzer Brigade, which did have them. Panzer's division didn't actually not have them, but the Panzer Brigades did, as they were basically also the heaviest artillery the Panzer Brigades would have had. Of course, the Americans really had no problem with artillery. They were also pretty good actually at coordinating the artillery, and that was where the Germans actually had a problem. They were not really good at coordinating their artillery. They were, in fact, during World War I, but for some reason that was forgotten, and they focused more on ensuring that every unit basically had more organic artillery in case they couldn't get it. But they couldn't actually coordinate it on a larger scale, at least not without as easy as the Americans could. Anti-tanker needs to push forward, but it's not, and the Ostwind could have been taken out. Definitely a bit of a missed opportunity right there by Pivavsky, I think. But pushing up here. And now, of course, that half-track is going to be a bit of a problem for Pivavsky and the 20th Infantry. Volksgard's are getting dropped. And more artillery going in. Grenadier sniped. Someone got blasted. Anti-tank needs to move forward. Can he get the half-track with the rockets? Grenadiers sniped. And certainly the Americans were fond of using artillery. In fact, at one stage they used it basically so much they were actually having ammunition shortage for their artillery. That was particular Patton was under that. Though he was actually quick to remedy that by using basically German artillery against the Germans. In that sense, he was a bit creative when it came to solving munition shortages. But basically the problem was the Americans would basically, instead of advancing every time they met some German resistance, they would call artillery in. And of course the Germans exploited that a bit, which generally meant that the Americans were much slower about advancing. Of course they also expended an awful lot more munitions and they wouldn't necessarily get a lot of kills. Rather now getting blasted, shot at, and there we go, Veteran G2. An awful lot of automatics from the Germans. 26. He's actually just blasting away at the ground, hoping to set off some mines. The anti-tankers again. I think that should be a bit further forward.
We are losing a victory point.
And we are seeing a howitzer up now for Pivavsky. Of course, in coming years too, we will be getting some much heavier artillery for the Soviets. Somewhere around the 122mm range. And we're seeing a Panther out. Again, most Panzer brigades will not actually have any actual armor. Most were a rarity, but the 15th actually got it because, again, they had absorbed a Panzer brigade, which simply didn't work as a concept against the Americans. They were actually designed for fighting the Soviets, which, in that sense, didn't quite work the same way. Ravnar moving in. Ostwind moving forward to provide some support with fire, but the infantry simply getting toasted, and a BAR is left behind.
Reinforcements.
And he's actually quickly moving in, picking it up again before retreating. Bit ballsy. But veterans you want for the infantry, none for the panzers. And off-map combat group soon to be ready as well. Oh, the half-track could go down. Although we are seeing another one. Half-track, though, looks like it's actually getting away. Despite the best intent of some... Oh, the Volksguns keep running in the way. Never mind. There we go, a rocket barrage. 6 20-centimeter rockets flying and not really hitting anything except blowing up some walls. Further fighting over, the MG stops the Pioneers quite efficiently. And the Volksguns continue pushing on, forcing away the Americans. I mean, out in the open, the Americans wouldn't really have much of an advantage. So nicely done right there. And of course, there's some Panther fighting support, but the Ostwind is quick to shift and stay behind the building, not to get hit by an anti-tank, and then proceeds to mess it up. Out of firing. Firing at the medic bunker, I wager. More rockets. That means, of course, the second half-track is ready. This one is heavily damaged. Medic getting the life of his ride as he expires. And the MG right here assaulted by the Ostwind and down. And looks like he's actually down an infantry squad as well. Volksguns went off. He could of course get an off-map combat group, which might be what he's hoping for. And of course getting some tank destroyers is what a lot of people generally hope for when they go for that. Supplied upgrade number 1 up, that is good. Ostwind could get hit by the anti-tank gun. A few engineers moving up to connect the resources there. More rockets. Oh, sniper could go down. No, he survives, he survives. Despite the best attempts by the Germans. And Pivavsky seems a bit upset about something. Oh, he lost another rifleman squad. Oh, he could be. Oh, the Ostwind's actually getting away. The Ostwind is escaping the anti-tank gun. Oh, no. Oh, no. And now he's actually not waiting for the off-map combat group. He's actually building more stuff instead of hoping that the off-map will provide it. Seems a bit of a waste. Then he is on the run. And it's gone. And the Panzer is gone, leaving behind only a BAR for someone afterwards to pick up. And there's still medics to pick up. But the Ostwind escaped. And the Volksguns can't pick that up, and they are quickly run off. The rifle doesn't mean too much better of a condition. But I think he should basically just wait for an off-map combat group and hope he gets something good. Of course, he could also go for a tank depot, but the Panther, that might be the less great option. And there we go, and more artillery going in. The bunker has been repaired from the previous barrage. And interesting enough, he's not trying to hit the half tracks. That could work nicely. Ooh, MG close to hit. Bunker taking some damage. More rockets. Sniper advancing. Veterancy 3, 26 kills. And hitting all. Oh dear, anti-tank gun gone. Rifleman taking heavy losses. And calling in more artillery. He seems keen on getting that bunker. He wants it gone. He does not want more grenadiers for the Verrmacht for the 15th. And there we go. The medic bunker is finally gone. Exercised with a sufficient amount of artillery. Getting another anti-tank, and I mean, we just cancelled it. I mean, he would be guaranteed some sort of anti-tank asset from the off-map combat group. I'm pretty sure of that. So that actually seems a bit weird by Pivavsky. Let's speed this up a bit. Bit of quiet. I mean, Pivavsky is still holding most of the map. In fact, he would just try and sort of hold him out. And again, in that sense, the off-map combat group could do that because that would basically just provide him with bulk numbers to basically keep the Verrmacht tied down there. You should also consider moving up here and do a bit more harassment there. Moving towards the center. Ritterkreuz out for the Verrmacht. Oh, Volksguns squad absolutely annihilated. And he might actually lost some more infantry initially. I think he actually lost another Volksguns squad earlier, so in fact he's down to just the Knights Cross for infantry, perhaps. Ah, that was why I was confusing. Ostwind heavily damaged. If only he had an off-map combat group with perhaps some tank destroyers to help, he might have been able to push through. But no, someone needed anti-tank guns despite the fact there are 2 half-tracks ready to bombard it. Which actually makes it a bit weird again that he's actually insisting on getting more anti-tank guns when he should be aware that again the rocket half-tracks will probably make short work of it. And the Panther seems a bit forgotten. Like, is someone knocking at the door, Heinz? I don't know, Fritz. You go look. And more rockets again. Anti-tank a bit exposed. Could be an easy target. Looks like this time it escapes. And going for the cutoff point there with the rather wounded Knight's Cross. Die Ritterkreuzträger. And now calling in Rangers. Why not just an off-map combat group? He really would suggest one. I mean, of course, he might not always get what he needs, but I know it would seem a bit of resource expenditure. Of course, he might even get Rangers with one. And of course, give him the numbers he needs, I think, again, to keep basically the Wehrmacht tied down here. Ostwind is repaired quickly by Pioneer Squad. Now one with the BAR. Sniper still there. 31 kills. More rockets. Oh, direct hit. The Pioneers are gone. The half-track took a nasty hit as well. And one half-track is lost. That was quite nasty. Rangers over here equipped with Thompsons. Might perhaps want to move them over there to deal with the Ritterkreuzträger. Now veteran G2. 33 kills for the Ostwind. Direct hit by the anti-tank gun. Another hit and the Ostwind could go down. And there we go. Ritterkreuzträger getting assaulted. Flamethrowers and Thompsons. But no, they're moving past each other. And the anti-tank gun is going to go down. The Ostwind is simply able to outmaneuver it. There you go. The Ritterkreuz are gone. Not a lot of points left, though, for Luechop here in the Verrmacht. In fact, it's time to have a look at them again. We are seeing Terror Doctrine up. No King Tiger called in yet. And there we go again. Rockets, anti-tank gun gone. Advancing infantry a bit hurt. Ostwind damaged engine, but he could get the infantry. Although, now, oh, Propaganda War saves the day. Quite some intense fighting. And things are a bit on the desperate itch right there for the Wehrmacht at the moment. Though more rocket half-tracks are called in. And more artillery. Veteran G1, by the way. Trying to get the Ostwind, and he got the MG. That was probably not quite intentional. Still a nasty loss right there, and engineers advancing forwards, getting blasted by rockets. Sniper almost close to death as well. Seconds apart upgrade, that is great. Panther moving eastwards, a bit on its own though. Although, of course, from the front, the Rangers won't have a much rear hit side, and of course, they have a better chance, of course, in the real war. Again, the Panther side will be much more vulnerable due to the fact that it only had 50mm of armor there, and of course, a bazooka could actually deal with that. But in Company News 1, note there's only rear and front armor, which means, in fact, basically, I mean, this sort of front square of the Panther, that's front armor. This part is rear armor.
The enemy advances.
None too advanced. Going for the point, but again, rocket half-tracks. Panther actually having a lot of difficulty digging out the Rangers, who are actually just continuing firing bazooka rockets at it. Although one needs to get closer when one is actually hitting anything. Might want to sort of shift the crew a bit further, so again it can fire both bazookas at the Panther. Flamethrowers moving in. But can't really do much with the half-tracks. Ritterkreuz moving in. Veteran C2 for the engineers. And a Ranger actually went down. They just need to pick it up again. I think the problem here is for Mr. Luch again. He didn't have both bazookas firing. He seems to be not quite paying attention, in fact. And trying to hit the half-tracks, but he's, shooting too far. Too far, and the Rangers left here. Panther, though, down to half health. 30 kills Ostwind. The stuff of nightmares. Ooh! Down to 1 engineer. 39 in fact now. And more rockets. Just blowing up stuff at random. Anti-tank gun down again. Why he insists on those is again a bit of a mystery for me. Lots of sticky bombs on the Ostwind. Well, one at least. Damaging the engine. Can the anti-tank gun get it? Perhaps. Very low health. Rear armor hit, but the Knights Cross are moving in. The riflemen are getting absolutely slaughtered. And veterans are free up for the infantry. And the Ranger on the move again. The Panther getting repaired. Still no sign of the off-map combat group for Pivavsky. And the anti-tank and crew getting murdered. Rangers out in the open, not really the best position against the Panther. And now the Knights Cross here suffering heavily. In fact, we're seeing 2 squads so far. And more rockets. Lots more rockets, although the Rangers might be moving in and try to get the half-tank engineers. Oh dear, they might be gone. Nope, they somehow survived. 6 rockets of quite the caliber. And artillery going in against the half-tracks. Lots and lots of artillery. Several hits. Will the half-track survive? He's just unleashing everything off-map and on-map on them. And one half-track actually goes out of control, the one with the most kills. Second one barely dodges it. Quite nasty right there for the 15th. They are still taking heavy losses. If only Pivavsky could gather a decent force. Again, an off-map combat group might provide him with what he needs, what he desires, what he dreams of. Point secured over there. And Fraps acting up a bit, but stable again. Anti-tank going on the Ostwind. Knights Cross getting sniped. And more Raketen from the Raketen half-track. Knights Cross getting a bit sniped. Anti-tank gun taking several direct hits. Quite nasty that. And I quickly run off. Raven also taking some severe losses. Now the Knights Cross might make short work of the riflemen. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, Pivavsky, 2 rifleman squads gone. Yeah. And there we go, off-map combat group. Giving a few replacement riflemen, but still he lost some veteran ones. And again, I think he should have done that earlier, perhaps, instead of those anti-tank guns. There we go, tank destroy. Of course, now he needs to leverage it properly. Anti-tank gun gone. Need, of course, to also shift forces towards the right-hand side to re-secure territory there. The Verrmacht quite intent on fixing the victory point issue. And more rockets. Not quite sure what's going on here, sadly. And yes, there we go. Stable again. Another assault by Pivavsky thwarted by the might of the Ritterkreuz. Bit of mortar fire though added in. Artillery doing its best, but not quite succeeding in landing the finishing blow. Let's return to Pivavsky. Is Hellcat charging in? One of the fastest tank destroyers of the war. Also pretty thinly armed. Point then, center secured. Right hand side, some pioneers, and the Königstiger moving in. The later of the two designs. There was also one earlier, which is the current standard one, of course, we're currently used, but which had some more rounded turret. It rather created a shot trap which would deflect bullets from the turret into the top of the armor, which it wasn't really designed to do, so that could actually knock it out. So they had to fix that with a better turret. Panther moving in, Hellcat out in the open. Lots of artillery though for Pivavsky. If level probably could do a lot of damage. Nachtkos following up behind the half track. Panther, Ostwind and Königstiger in the center. Veteran T2 for the armor, giving a machine gun to the Panther. And troops are just getting slaughtered as they advance into this valley of German woe. Artillery going in. Lots of artillery going in. Seems a bit excessive. And the Hellcat is down. And now, of course, Nachtkos are going to be moving in here unimpeded because we're going to just spend his artillery on here without really hitting anything. So that seems a bit of a waste. Oh, Pioneer Squad down to the on-map artillery.
Gunnery here.
20th Infantry Division is not giving up.
Rangers ready.
And Pivavsky is now getting grenades and anti-tank guns instead of another off-map combat group. Again, he needs numbers, he needs... In particular with all those Panzers on the field. And now the mortar will be the next victim of the Ostwind with 54 kills. Blimey.
Enemy unit down.
It looks like something was killed.
The Germans are after one of our munitions.
Ostwind taking a few hits to the rear, and the Rangers are just continuing into the line of fire of the Panther and the King Tiger. My apologies for the technical difficulties that come from time to time. Interesting enough, Pivavsky keeps attacking down this path despite, being constantly rocketing. He might want to sort of try and for a larger assault and also trying to hit the side and perhaps getting that half track. Currently that's not quite happening, in particular against these continuing feeding in anti-tank guns, which do require something a lot less flexible in terms of attack plans. And I'm not really sure on the grenades either. There's not really a lot of things that need grenading anymore. It just seems like some rather peculiar resource expenditure by Pivavsky.
Rangers back in full fighting strength. All I know is I have a rifle and it ain't for nothing.
More artillery towards the center. A bit of engagement here with the Ritterkreuzträger, although more are moving in, some with 14 kills. And there we go, just tearing through them. And there we go, grenade, killing one, but not quite them all. Oh, we could lose a squad. Oh no, propaganda war puts a stop to that. More rockets. A building is on fire after all the rockets actually being leveled. Sniper clearing up, 41 kills, that's quite impressive. Repair bunker up, that's also quite nice.
Just tell us where to drop.
On to the next bit.
Losing ground out there.
And these engineers just need to get out of there without getting killed. Would be a shame since they're veterancy too. Looks like they do escape while the Nachtkos continue here. No artillery being leveled in. Oh, never mind. There we go, another barrage leveled in against the Ritterkreuzträger. First shot just showers them in dirt. Second one hits them, but they seem to be surviving, although barely. My goodness. Not really going well for Pivavsky right there. There we go, down to one man. Covered in the remains of his comrades. Ostwind flying out the anti-tank gun again.
Enemy unit down.
But it goes down. Oh, another anti-tank gun behind. That's a small victory right there for Pivavsky. But rockets are on the return. Artillery going in. Ooh, bit too short. Bit too short. Not quite having success, and we've just seen engineers charging in right in front of the King Tiger. And getting slaughtered right in front of the King Tiger. But we are, of course, seeing the pressure sort of being applied. Oh, direct hit on the half-tech doesn't quite knock it out. And now the anti-tank is actually a bit exposed. Sniper retreats. Rangers are moving in to try and save the day. And there we go, one anti-tank and already cleared. Ooh. There we go, Thompson's tearing into the Knight's Cross. The Knight's Cross not protecting them against that sort of ammunition.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
Sniper here.
Pivavsky is suffering. We'll be trying for another off-map combat group soon. And going for the victory point right in front of the King Tiger. And there we go, Rangers coming with the make it good. Before getting slaughtered, and there we go, Rangers completely annihilated. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate right there, but again, I think it's coming down to, again, he's so utterly obsessed with this point, he's, you know, forgetting about the rest of the map to a certain extent. And again, he should have probably been not getting so many damn anti-tank guns against, you know, rocket artillery. Nice hit close to the half track. Shot bounces off the front of the Panther. Knight's Cross moving forwards. And they do manage to salvage everything there. And more Rangers. Interesting again. I would have thought he would have gone for the off map. Back to the action. Knight's Cross once more hunting something down there, and yes, charging in, lighting them on fire, and doing so quite successfully, except, you know, actually killing someone. But as we all know, Knight's Crosses were made from asbestos. Wait, no we don't. And they weren't. Oh well. Another mystery for the ages, or no, it's a game. There you go, securing. Ritterkreuz moving in.
100 points.
And the Panther catching them. 20 kills, quite nice. Another kill, 21.
Victory point. We are losing a victory point.
43 kills. He might be getting himself a silver star or something like that. 1,000 fuel. He definitely won't be lacking in that. Knight's Cross going for the central victory point again. Rival moving over here and getting hit by rockets. Not sure why I kept them up so close. And going to be retreating right past the Knight's Cross.
Casualties being reported.
What are my coordinates?
And Pivavsky absolutely, and getting more anti-tank guns. I mean, really, he should have gotten himself a tank there. We should be trying more from the off-map company to get something more mobile. He needs something which the half-tech can't so easily get on. He needs to knock it out, but that's not quite happening. Pioneers could be going down. Another rifleman squad run off, and he's also got a ton of munitions. He could, of course, use to protect the victory point, or at least try. And the King Tiger's just holding up there, pretending to be a rather nice fortress, which in some cases they were basically end up used as because they ran out of fuel, couldn't move, you know, hold down and, you know, hold the position. Sniper sniping the Ritterkreuz. Rangers moving in. No, Thompson's actually. Stop bothering with that.
Infantry squad reporting casualties.
Another anti-tank and decrewed. Another rocket barrage on the advancing Americans. 44 kills on the sniper. 45 kills. You could even get the Knight's Cross, but of course would have helped you out submachine guns, mate. But again, being exposed to heavy fire from the Panther and the King Tiger. Ooh, close to getting that sniper down. Or Pioneer down to the sniper. More Pioneers getting sniped. 47 kills.
Enemy unit down.
And a Pioneer completely gone. So close to getting the Panther. So close. And he then loses all nerve. A bit unfortunate. He could even try moving and then calling in some artillery on it. I mean, that could even knock out the repair bunker, which would actually also be huge for Pivavsky. A lot of missed opportunities, I think. Oh, he's going to lose the engineers to the veterans. The 2 engineers are gone. No. We've got the artillery over there. No, as well. Just not really going well for Pivavsky. He seems to have sort of slightly lost his cool. Or at least he might be feeling a bit stressed and unable to sort of make any completely good decisions. Well, the Nitricos keep pursuing. And I hear the buzz of a V1. Oh dear. And there we go, the Rangers are just, get away! Get away! The anti-tank gun crew did not survive. And certainly the howitzer did not survive at all. That was pretty much a direct hit. Of course, the V1 was not always as well aimed, in case there were in fact reports of the V1 actually hitting closer to the Germans than the Americans, which also made it a bit harder for the National Socialist political officers to actually keep things going and, you know, pretend that, right, we're doing all right. And you should ought to listen to me. In fact, some of them, after these incidents, basically just shut up and didn't really do anything. Because they realised the German soldiers wouldn't listen to them either. Anyways, veterans, you free up for the armour. More sniper fire. That sniper's really a nuisance towards Luechop. In fact, let's go look at him again. After that V1. Another Austrian flak Panzer rolls out. No Panzer IVs, bit of a shame. I think that could have worked as well, if not better, due to having more health. Rangers with 3 bazookas, that's quite novel. And there we go, the Rangers are run off. Austrian moving in to deal with the riflemen up there. And veterans free for the vehicles. In fact, there's the only thing not veterans free is the pioneers. And just charging in. Nothing stopping him a bit. Oh, Knights Cross Squad actually down. And the Rifleman Squad here got absolutely wiped out to a man. Things are looking a bit desperate for Pivavsky. There we go, the 15th Panzer gun is slowly moving forwards what armor they have. And Pivavsky moving out what he has. Again, he's utterly obsessed with this point. Rather neglecting these two to a certain extent. I do wish he might have gone for some off-map combat groups again. They might not have fully have just given him what he needed, but I think resource-wise they would have given him better deals because he's likely using what he would have gotten anyways. Plus, of course, if he got some 30 calibers, he could be using them to protect the points here, which again would force Luechop, who, by the way, has very few forces, to detach more to sort of deal with it. Again, that's sort of the trickier part. And again, basically ultimately what it would give off-map combat groups, which, you know, Luechop needs, is numbers. He needs numbers. Lots and lots of raw numbers to somehow overcome all of this. And sadly, he doesn't quite have it. Of course, he's also lining up his anti-tank guns too close. And again, the rocket half-track is simply too much of a problem. That's essentially what he never seems to get about to fixing. 53 kills for the sniper.
Enemy is down to 100 points.
I mean, Pivavsky's certainly suffering. Well, Luechop is certainly also suffering. I mean, he's not got a lot left, but sadly, Pivavsky's not going for the things that could help him, you know, get the raw numbers advantage that could simply tip it over much swifter to his advantage. Now the sniper might actually get hunted down. The Knights, of course, have had enough. Sniper misses a bit ingloriously. More artillery, and there we go, another off-map combat group. In fact, he gets quite the assault force. I mean, imagine if he'd done this earlier. A Hellcat, 2 rifleman squads, and a ranger squad. I mean, this is actually pretty decent. Again, it's not going to take on this point, but it could be used to sort of gain a better dominance right here on the right-hand side. Plus, of course, you could use the Hellcat to try and hunt down the half-track. Another Ritterkreuzträger out. 3 squads now. Hellcat moving in, forcing away the pioneers. We're in fact seeing a Panther being redirected. More rockets against the Rangers. Absolutely doing horrible things to them. Panther advancing, rifle moving in. Hit from the Hellcat. Has to be careful. And sticky bombs galore. And the Panther actually turns to rear ahead. Damaged engine. Main gun destroyed. This is probably going to be the end of the Hellcat. Panther that was close to going down, but not quite enough. And there we go. Another Hellcat brewed up. And a bit of artillery. Going in against the... There we go. Not quite killing them. The Veterans of Free actually helps them survive the first hit, fascinatingly enough. And 3 bazooka rockets fly out into the air, and none can actually hit. Of course, the Panther's quick to get repaired. And the Rangers are quick to get covered in rockets. 54 kills. The MG has not been recruited, by the way. Has not. Ooh, sniper awfully close to getting killed. But he makes it. He makes it out of there. By some sheer miracle. And Achtung Panzer. And Achtung Panzer is out on the move again. And the Night Squads are simply getting outgunned right here.
One of our sectors has been cut off.
Panther is quick to react. And the King Tiger is basically just waiting here for anyone to come to it. More rockets. The Rangers in this case seem to have moved away, sensing what would happen. Another rifleman bites the dust.
Americans are seizing territory from us.
And an anti-tank gun is gone. No real surprise there. Propaganda War sent away the Rangers with their 3 bazookas. While the Panther advances right here, dealing with the riflemen. And that's probably going to be a rather swift job. Doing quite a bit with the MG as well. A few Knights crossing up against the Rangers. More riflemen moving up. Sticky bomb on the Panther. Not doing an awful lot due to the armoured skirts. Nightcrawl's actually suffering a bit there. No suppressor fire from the rifleman which could have stopped them. And the sniper's still alive. 59 kills. And forced to retreat. And the 3 bazooka Rangers. Just unleashing them up close. And not quite achieving anything with that even. 24 kills, that's pretty impressive. More rockets. King Tank actually exposing a bit, but again, rockets are flying down. Could hit the advancing infantry. No, and the bazooka hits the rear of the King Tiger, doing a bit of damage.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from
Returning to Pivavsky. Getting more anti-tank guns. He's absolutely insistent on those anti-tank guns. Quite amazing how much. Sticky bomb on the King Tiger. Doesn't disable the engine. A bit of light fighting over here. Rangers trying to move in, but getting stopped by the Panther and the Knights Cross. 32 kills on the Panther, by the way. Absolutely huge losses, and let's just speed this up a bit. Already 1 hour long.
Our forces are taking
And it's largely GG right there.
Supply lines are broken.
For Pivavsky, I'd say.
Cut hold. Allies are down. Base is under attack.
62 kills from the sniper. Yes, indeed, nice. And then he's
Losing
gone.
the fuel sector.
GG. Knights Cross won the game. Not quite. Oh, another V1. I think the problem more, and let's of course get into that when, yes, the game is over. What were the things that really caused Pivavsky a problem? I mean, the Knights Cross and the Ostman certainly, at a first glance, certainly were problematic, but if you sort of look a bit past that, you sort of notice some other problems. Again, Pivavsky kept attacking right here at the strongest points when he, had a much better chance of, securing a larger part of the map, because earlier he'd done a lot of damage to the Verrmacht. He'd rather drain them, which meant, he can't hold a lot of map. And of course, he would then focus on it, and then of course he should have probably tried to sort of, really, close in, and then sort of perhaps gone for the bait, force them to spread out even further. Another problem was, again, despite, rockets constantly knocking out his anti-tank guns and whatnot, he kept getting anti-tank guns. They really didn't do much, yet he kept getting them. He should have either gone for a tank depot and gone for some tank destroyers or Shermans, or he should have hoped for the Verrmacht command groups to provide something, but neither really happened. And again, I really felt he wasted resources on the anti-tank guns. Again, great start, but problem was sort of he began falling apart in the longer part of the game, whereas, Luechop here was able to sort of slightly keep things together and, and punish Pivavsky for his mistakes right there, although he was pretty close to going out. Perhaps not the strongest of starts. And I also think he should have gone for a Panzer IV rather than the Ostwind. That might have also done a bit better in the longer run. But there you go. Do hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends? And if you didn't, well, why not send a replay of your own? This is Imperial Dane saying cheers, and remember to lay down mines.